Are you looking for true personal freedom? The freedom to design a life you truly desire? Then you're absolutely in the right place. True personal freedom comes from when you take 100% responsibility and control of your money and your mind. Here you're going to learn ideas, tips, and wisdom that's going to help you bridge the gap from where you are now to your dream life in the future. My name is Randy Wilson, and welcome to the Rich Mind Podcast. Hello, and welcome back to the Rich Mind Podcast. And today, for topic, let's talk about making money versus earning money. And I know that might sound similar, those two terms. And I haven't necessarily heard anybody ever describe it in the way I try to do in my own mind. I try to use this description when I talk to my kids as well, or anybody else that's interested in listening. And so hopefully today, as you're listening, hopefully you're interested. So let's get into in my opinion, it's a huge difference, but the difference between the two could be crucial if you look at your life and how money comes into your life differently, which could definitely make an impact on you going forward in your future. So as I said, making money versus earning money. A lot of times people will just ask random questions, right? As far as like if you're thinking about, hey, how much money do you make? And my argument that if you are working at a W-2 job, you are an employee, there's nothing wrong with being an employee, okay? So I don't want you to think there's anything wrong with that. But if you desire to get into the entrepreneurial world and start earning money for yourself, you need to have the difference of the two words here that I'm describing. So I think that when people say, how much money do you make? I think that the term is incorrect. So just understanding the differences in words, I think is crucial in your own mind when you're thinking about money and how it is created and how you do those things moving forward out in the marketplace. So I think that it should be, how much money are you earning, not how much money are you making? Because at the end of the day, money is created simply by sales, right? Money is a transfer of a product or a service of value in the marketplace. So if you're working for a different business, doesn't matter what type of business that you are in, that business is in business to trade its product or service in the marketplace. And through that trade of dollars, money is made, right? The term, they're making money. And because of that, then they trade that money to you, some of it, a portion of it, in terms of a salary. And it could be an hourly wage, it could be a salary. It doesn't matter. But the idea is that you're earning money versus making money. So flipping that for yourself, if you decided that you want to start making money, which I will tell you that in my experience, that if you want to take your lifestyle to the next level, if you want to have more things, if you want to visit more places, if you want to have greater experiences, you need to figure out ways to flip making money into your vocabulary versus just earning money. If you're out there trading time for dollars, there's only so much time you have. Now you can work quote unquote overtime. And, I know of folks, I was on the phone with a gentleman last night that he's out working 7 days a week, 80 hours a week. So, and his talking to me about what he's earning is that over 40 hours, I don't know if he's making time and a half or double time, but I'm sure he's earning a lot of money. But what kind of life could you be living if you're trading that much time for that income? But what if there was a way? What if there's a way to learn some skills, basically learning how to sell? If you want to learn how to make more money, you need to acquire the skills of selling. Now, one thing that might be coming to your mind, because this is something that came to my mind when this idea was kind of presented to me, was that when you think of sales, it just kind of creates a little bit of an icky feeling inside. It just doesn't feel real comfortable because that may not have been the way you were brought up. But the way it was presented to me, I've been working on this myself and flipping this, is that when you're presenting a product or a service, when you're trying to close a sale with a potential customer, you're doing it for them, not to them. Okay, sit there and think about that for just a second. Okay, let that sit in for a minute. So when you're providing your product or service, assuming that that individual needs or has a desire for the outcome that your product or service can provide, you're doing it for them, not to them. Okay, and that simple flip should and could be the difference between you thinking that sales and doing sales and having sales is a necessarily a bad thing. So the idea though is if you want more money to come into your life, you need to figure out a way to get more sales to come into your life. So some of the skills that you're going to need to learn to have that happen. One of them is the simple ability to communicate. You're going to need to be able to communicate clearly your product or service. Now, there are trainings out there all over the place, and I've taken a few. I actually went to work for Coca-Cola before I left the W-2 world full time to jump into this entrepreneurial world full time. I actually went to work for Coca-Cola. And one of the best things I gained in that experience was that they take you through a very interesting and it was a very beneficial sales training, right? I was in the process of selling basically their products, right? Coca-Cola, different displays, different racks. And I had to have those conversations every day, which definitely pushed me outside my comfort zone at times. But I had the ability then to take that experience out here into the entrepreneurial world. And I've had some success because of it, right? So think of different ways where you can begin making money versus earning money. Now, another secret that I have had that has worked for me is that I've gone to find processes and systems that are already in place that I can just plug into, right? I don't want to create the wheel, right? I'm not interested in trying to find and build out the brand new product, right? I'm not interested in starting something literally from scratch. Now, I'm not saying that I never will, but when I was at the very beginning stages of learning how to create sales and build a business, I stayed with something that was very simple. The processes were already in place. All I had to do was plug in what I knew how to do to gain some success. And maybe that is something that would be beneficial for you as well. So I used the Amazon platform was what I used to begin with. It was very simple. I'm not saying it was easy, right? Those are two different words as well. So it was simple. And I was able to take what I knew from my background in my previous life of retail. As I mentioned, I worked for Coca-Cola, and I was able to find products and services that I was able to provide on the Amazon platform and generate sales. And from those sales, I generated profits. And from those profits, then I've been able to create and keep going, right, with my lifestyle, with my investments, with all those types of things. There's other opportunities as well. But the point is that you might need to push yourself outside your comfort zone just a little bit to have those communications, be able to have a dialogue with with people that are looking for products and services and figure out a way through other people's processes and systems and present your products to them. Now, it might, as I mentioned, make you feel uncomfortable. But what I will tell you that is if you can push through that and think that you're doing it for folks versus to them, the sky's the limit as far as what you can earn, right? So you stop trading your time for dollars, you stop earning money, and you move into making money. And when you make that flip, I promise you, your life will never be the same. All the different opportunities that you're looking for will start to show up. The things that you're looking for in your life physically will start to show up. Different friends will start to show up. A whole new life will begin to show up when you move from the idea that you need to keep earning money, trading your time for dollars, and start learning how to take skills, take processes, take systems, plug in what talent and skill that you have in place, and start learning how to make money through sales. So hopefully that message serves you today. The idea is that just changing a few words in your vocabulary can be a huge benefit in terms of the success that you might see out there in the world. Everybody's experience is going to be a little bit different. Mine isn't going to be the same as yours and vice versa. But the point is that hopefully through some of the stories that I'm sharing and the ideas and the guests that I'm bringing on here on the Rich Mind podcast, that it will inspire you to take action, because that's exactly what I did several years ago, as I was taking ideas, wisdom from folks that are further down the road than me, and I began taking action. So if there's anything I could do to help support you in that process, please feel free to reach out to me. You can find my email anywhere at randywilsononline.com and reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to try to help support you in your journey if you're looking how to figure out ways to begin making money versus earning money. All right, now, everybody have a fantastic day. I look forward to bringing you the next episode very soon. Until then, bye now. Thank you for joining me on the Rich Mind Podcast. I hope you found a ton of value in this episode. If so, I'd really appreciate a 5-star review, and you can also share it with your family and friends. And as my mentor Jim Rohn shared with me, in order to have more, you must first become more. And in order to become more, you must work harder on yourself than you do on your job. So go out there today and work harder on yourself to become more and build the life of your dreams. Until next time, my friends.